D11 Sports presents St. Luke's Sports Medicine Game of the Week.
Phillipsburg High School, the site tonight for high school basketball action. It's our D11Sports.com Game of the Week presented by St. Luke's Sports Medicine. We got a good one. Arch rivals Easton and Phillipsburg with the tilt. First of two to be played here at Phillipsburg High School. Hi and welcome everyone. Al DeCarlo alongside Mike Raymond. So glad you could join us. And yeah, one of two, a doubleheader. They played earlier in the year. It was 61-29. We expect a great matchup between these two teams.
Yeah, and they really got to refocus because that first matchup needs to be out of the heads of both teams because this is a fresh one. It's a rivalry matchup. I know that's always weighing on the Easton-Phillipsburg matchup. Doesn't matter what sport. And there's going to be a lot of talented athletes out here on the court today. So I think we're in store for a really good one, especially with the girls' game to start out.
Well, let's talk about the Easton Red Rovers under veteran head coach Dave Lutz in his ninth year, 151-60. They're coming off a win against Freedom. They're unbeaten on the year, 13-0 in the EPC, 18-0 overall. McKenna Zimmerman, one of their key players.
Yeah, and she balled out the first time around against Phillipsburg. I believe she had close to 16 points in that matchup, and she can really hit the shot wherever she wants. She can go from the outside, go inside the paint. She has the size, she has the physicality, she's very smart, and has a lot of leadership skills. So they can't speak highly enough of Zimmerman and her attributes to this team.
Well, on the other side for the Phillipsburg State Liners, they're 3-6 in the Skyland and 5-10 overall. Allison Skirbo in her fifth year, they're coming off a loss against Rutgers Prep. Amanda Rappel gets them going.
Yeah, and Rappel, only a sophomore, but the intensity is what they really point to, and it stands out for her. And, she eats, sleeps, breathes basketball. Very talented offensive player, developing a little bit defensively, but she definitely has it in her blood. I know her sister played here as well, so definitely one of the factors in this game for Phillipsburg, and Easton's going to have to keep their eye on her.
Well, expect a good matchup between these two teams without question. It's Easton Phillipsburg. You've heard it before. First of two, our D11Sports.com Game of the Week, presented by St. Luke's Sports Medicine.
St. Luke's Orthopedic Care. Extraordinary care in motion.
At St. Luke's Orthopedic Care, you can trust us with your hands, feet, shoulders, hips, and knees. Because healthy bones and joints mean you can do more. You can trust us to recommend the right approach to care, including joint-sparing treatments and therapies. And when surgery is the only choice, we offer options to help you heal faster, including technology-assisted joint replacements and muscle-sparing hip surgery. St. Luke's, the orthopedic care you trust, now more than ever.
We are back here at Phillipsburg High School, so glad you could join us for this matchup between Phillipsburg and Easton. A good one expected despite the score the first time, 61-29. That was at Easton during the Rotary, and we are joined now by one of our student reporters, one of three student reporters that we have here. It's Shannon Bickert, a sophomore here at Phillipsburg.
Hi, I'm Shannon Bickert, D11 sports reporter. I talked to both the Phillipsburg and Easton coaches before today's rival match. Phillipsburg's coach Skirbo says that this game means a lot to her, but learning from a former Phillipsburg player. Coming off a back-to-back victory this week, Phillipsburg is confident in their ability to beat Easton. Easton's coach Lutz says that despite their large victory against Phillipsburg in the beginning of the year, they believe that this match will be close. Back to you, Al.
All right, Shannon, great job. Her first report for us. A bowling champion, by the way. She's been doing a lot of bowling coverage as well, and that's bowling team for Phillipsburg. And, we expect her reports also at the half, and excited to have her on board. We have a couple other student reporters that are here as well. Tehran, and I always mess up their names, and Barrasso and Mankaran Handra, the two reporters that have been with us. They're not here tonight as well, but we want to thank them for everything they do here at Phillipsburg and be part of our student reporters here at Phillipsburg High School. If you're a student from any District 11 school or here at Phillipsburg and interested in broadcasting, journalism, or photography, check out D11sports.com. Follow your dream and get close to the action as you take part in our student internship program. For more information, contact your athletic director or reach out to myself or Dave at D11sports.com. As we're getting ready for this matchup between these two teams, St. Luke's is the region's largest sports medicine provider, covering more than 200,000 student enrollment and 40,000 student athletes in Pennsylvania and New Jersey, covering 8 counties and providing the most comprehensive and advanced treatment for athletic injuries. St. Luke's offers athletic training, orthopedic care, physical therapy, and concussion management, plus sports performance training for individual athletes and teams. During these extraordinary times, you can trust St. Luke's Sports Medicine to provide extraordinary care. Well, Mike, as we get ready for this matchup between these two teams, obviously an opportunity for one to see them for the first time this year ourselves. And on the other side, if you look at the Easton team, they're undefeated. You know, the last thing you would want is to come in here and lose to your arch rivals and lose your undefeated season.
Yeah, and I think that was the sense I was getting from Coach Dave Lutz, because he was trying to really refocus their energies after that first matchup went so swimmingly their way. And he said to us, it's not going to be as if we can come out onto the court and expect to just drain long three-point shots and everything to fall like the first time around. I think at halftime it was 30-11 the first time around. We can't expect that type of lead here tonight. So I think he has to have his team refocused. He's got a lot of leadership out there, some senior players that are really engaged in this team. So I think as long as he refocuses that, I think it's a good idea for Phillipsburg to make sure that they take the opportunity to put the other one out of their head as well from another perspective.
We'll take a quick break. When we come back, we'll have the starting lineups and get ready for Easton Phillipsburg game number 1. You're watching our D11sports.com Game of the Week, presented by St. Luke's Sports Medicine.
St. Luke's knows that trust is the foundation of all relationships. It's earned over time. It's the type of relationship you should have with your healthcare team. While our healthcare needs are different, one thing is constant. St. Luke's is focused on building a lasting relationship with you, earning your trust and putting your well-being first. When it comes to great healthcare, trust is essential. St. Luke's, the care you trust, now more than ever.
We are back here at Phillipsburg High School, so glad you could join us. Easton Phillipsburg girls matchup. And right now, we pause in Honor America with the singing of our national anthem. Great rendition of the national anthem. That gets us ready. Mike, what about this facility? You know, I've been here before, but it's just absolutely state-of-the-art. Basically, when you come on here, I've done softball games here and baseball games. You feel like a college campus, does it not?
Yeah, I said to you when I pulled in for the very first time here, this is my first visit to the brand new, well, I guess you can't say brand new after 6 years, but Phillipsburg High School. And when you have the lower campus, you pull in and the athletic fields are down there, and then you get up here to the upper campus with the high school academic buildings itself. It's just brand new, and it just has that squeaky clean feel. So I'm excited to see a great rivalry matchup take place here this evening. Just the facility, state-of-the-art.
Let's take a look at the starting lineups brought to you by JFR Salvage. We bring them on in.
Yeah, Sarah Tamoon there. She has got some height there. The senior guard, Kiara Smith, Evelise Cole, McKenna Zimmerman, and Anya Staten for Easton. Monet Gonda. It's Kea Gulati, Brenna Hezel, and Amanda Rappel, and Elijah Wiltshire for Phillipsburg.
Your starting five brought to you by JFR Salvage, is a full-service scrap metal recycling company serving the Lehigh Valley for nearly 50 years. JFR Salvage will pay you cash, all grades of scrap metal, including iron, steel, copper, brass, aluminum, stainless, and junk vehicles. Competitive pricing and superior service are just a few reasons why you choose JFR Salvage for your scrap metal needs. Please visit their website at JFR Salvage or one of their locations in Wing Gap or East Stroudsburg. Take a look at our keys to the game, and we'll bring them on in.
Yeah, execute on offense if you're Easton. They know they have offensive threats, and I think they're going to lean on that. And, of course, offensive rebounding is important to Easton. They certainly have the height to do it. And for Phillipsburg, they want to match the intensity. That's what Coach Skurba was telling us, and she just wants to make sure that her team comes out ready to compete and play with some confidence. You can establish that confidence early. That would be ideal. So Phillipsburg looking to reset after the last time out and about to get underway here at Phillipsburg High School.
Yeah, without question. Atmosphere here, the music's playing, we're playing. I feel like we're on the court. Well, we are. Actually, we are on the court, so I feel that way as well.
Looks to be Anya Staten, the 6-foot junior, will jump from center. She'll be opposite Brenna Hiesel, 6-foot junior, or excuse me, 6-foot senior as well.
Yeah, had a chance to do Brenda's sister's game. Well, not the way you want to start the game.
Yeah, not the. You can get turned around when you get that opening tip, and looks like Amanda Rappel get called for the backcourt violation there. So
that's how I feel sitting over here. We're so close to the court. I think I'm going to jump in for a couple minutes. Underway, Easton with the basketball, getting undefeated on the season. So glad you could join us for our D11Sports.com Game of the Week, presented by St. Luke Sports Medicine. That's Kiara Smith with the basketball. I've talked to a bunch of coaches, and they talk about the size of this team and what they can do. And you're going to get hit from anywhere. That is Eva Lisa's Cole's 11th three-pointer of the season.
So a great way to start things off there. And I don't think Coach Lutz quite expected that. He said you can't just go out there and hit 3 points. Well, Eva Lisa Cole had something to say about that.
So 3-0. Keep forgetting which way I got to look for that scoreboard. It is above us.
Looks like they're really trying to pull Easton out away from the basket here on offense.
Driving through, lost a finger. Tips on that one as it goes off of Kaya Galati. First turnover of the game for the State Liners. I want to thank Tom Fisher, the fine athletic director here, and his staff for getting us up and running. Sports Fan Base Network. Doing a great job as always. Shannon Bickert, one of our newest reporters. She's been with us for a while here, for this past year anyway. And she's been doing some great articles for us. And first time the live streaming, did a great job with her report as we get underway here. Again, one of 3 students we have here at Phillipsburg, driving through the kick out and the 3 bombs. If that's going to happen, that could be trouble as Kiara Smith buries her 14th of the year.
Yeah, Kiki Smith left wide open at the far side of the court, and nothing but net there, and that's a confidence 3-point bucket there from Smith.
Just underway. Galati with the basketball. Good pressure here defensively by Timone. Outside 3. That one's short of front of the rim by Jaylene Soto. And we'll come the other way. Nice dish down underneath, getting behind the defenders. That one pulled away defensively by Rappel. Rappel will try to, she stepped out of bounds. They didn't see that one. That was clear.
Yes. That's one thing we can see here from the corner of this court here.
Surprised you didn't hear it from the crowd.
Well, that's on the Phillipsburg side.
Yeah, that's right. That's you wouldn't see it. A nice little jump. And the first basket of the game for Rappel, who averages 14 points a game.
Up and good there, drove the lane. Confident look at the basket, and she hits to get Peaburg on the board.
Down underneath once again, wide open. Underneath is Staten for her first 2.
Anya Staten averaging about 11 points a game on the year. You can't leave her wide open, as looks like the Red Rovers are doing a good job moving the ball here as they're out to that 8-2 lead to start the game.
You don't want to build your deficit if you're Phillipsburg in this one. This is a long-range 3. That one off the mark by Wiltshire. And once and done on another rebound by McKenna Zimmerman. Now move it up floor for Timone.
Yeah, Timone was looking to push the pace there.
So far they've collapsed down low to Evilise Cole a couple of occasions, but the ball's gotten there, but it's got good defense and popped around.
Looks like Red Rover foul here. I think they got Evilise Cole there on the reach-in.
First meeting is back on the 29th of December, part of the Easton Rotary Club, and it was 15-4 after one, as Mike mentioned, 30-11 at the half. You know, you come down that way, it's so hard to not only come back, but even harder to come back against your arch rivals because, you know, you're like, oh, they get that momentum and the players get more juiced up as well.
Right, there's that extra emphasis, the fact that they know the other team so well on the other side of the court, and Easton Phillipsburg speaks for itself in this area.
Nice dish underneath. Oh. Can't score, though, is Timone.
Yeah, Sarah Timone had the cut towards the basket layup opportunity, but some P-Berg rims there.
In the lane, baseline jumper. That one off the mark. Rebound. Hits the bottom of the rim. Taken there by Staten.
Hazel had an opportunity with it. Wasn't able to catch the rim, but really great positioning by Amanda Rappel underneath the basket to get the rebound, but up no good in Easton basketball.
Again, 8-2 if you're just joining us here for our D11sports.com game of the week, presented by St. Luke Sports Medicine, making 11-2 as McKenna Zimmerman buries her 15th three-pointer of the season. So out of the gate, 3 threes and an 11-2 advantage.
Well, and that's the one thing that we were talking about. Anywhere on the court, and if you look, Phillipsburg is really sitting back, you know, daring Zimmerman to take that shot, and she was much obliged, and nothing but net there, and that's going to be one thing that you got to account for. There are a lot of different weapons that Easton comes at you with. Zimmerman, Smith, Timone, and Staten has been showing up, and Cole even early on in this one. So all the starters getting into the action, getting points on the board.
So a 9-point lead to start things off. Again, game 1 of 2 to be played. The boys will follow. We had a chance to see the Red Rovers. They did not meet in the Easton Rotary, so it'll be their first meeting. Actually, they didn't meet last year, if I'm correct. And it's their first meeting since 2020. Talking about players going to be eager to get on the court.
Yeah, absolutely, especially not even factoring in that rivalry.
From the corner, long-range three. That one short by Rappel.
Remember, Rappel's sophomore, getting a lot of playing time early on. Hasn't hit her stride yet offensively.
Mike, you were coaching the Powder Puff game, and Timone helped you out as well, right?
Yeah, oh my God. There are a lot of great talent in those seniors out there. Smith and Timone and Zimmerman, they were all over their place. And, of course, the leadership.
Since we're live streaming, some of the fans that, you know, maybe listening here, they may come tackle you, you know, because you were the head coach or one of the coaches. They may say, hey, take that guy out.
Yeah, listen, you know, all these interesting affiliations, right?
3:15 on the clock. State Liners trying to get some points on the scoreboard here, down by 9. Up top they go to Monet Gonda. And straight up with her is Staten. They get a jump ball. Possession arrow goes to the Red Rovers.
Yeah, an opportunity to move the ball. You know, it looks like the offense almost stalls there once it got underneath the basket and they got in trouble and looking to kick the ball out. But, yeah, it's interesting to see as some subs come in. Megan Elias, one of 2 twins on the Easton Red Rovers team here. Olivia Keckler also getting some action here for Easton.
Inside out they go. Under 3. Good movement of the basketball once again. Staten from way downtown. Boy, I'll tell you what, everyone's hitting. That, if I'm not mistaken, is Staten's first three-pointer of the year.
And it seems like that they are, despite what Coach Lutz said to us pregame, able to come out with a strong three-point shooting game here. And that's a way to separate real fast.
Oh, no question. You know, Coach Skirbo, you know, I mentioned that. She goes, you know, we're in our gym now. We're hoping to shoot a little bit better. And Coach Lutz said, you know, I don't know if we'll be able to shoot the way we did, but right now they are indeed doing that.
You know, 17-0 on the year. They're kind of showing you why. And, wow, just great passing. And Anya Staten, that's her 7th point already in quarter number 1 here.
So 16-2. Mike, 18-0. They won last night against Freedom. I want to add that one up there, 13-0 in league play. They got a victory last night, 46-29. That shot from the outside doesn't go. Rebound goes into the hands of Cole. Now they battle for it. Great job defensively. Something's got to be called here. Finally a jump ball.
That'll stay with Phillipsburg as Zimmerman and Elias come in for Easton. And for Phillipsburg, Some playing time for Elizabeth McCabe, who will inbound the ball here underneath the basket.
Looking to inbound, I was going to say they did, but they end up getting it back. Here there's a minute 33 left. If you're the State Liners, you really want to, get to the end of the quarter with a little momentum. The last basket, a basket, anything, and not, build yourself a bigger hole than you are right now.
Yeah, this possession is probably key for Phillipsburg just to get some confidence and a little bit momentum. And we've seen the offense going through Rappel here as she continues to get the basket, getting some opportunities and looks. But some interior opportunity here for Brenna Hiesel.
Hiesel first 2. She averages 5. That stops the 10-0 run.
I believe she's actually getting some looks at the next level, which is a lot of fun when you always get to talk about athletes moving on and playing at the next level, collegiately.
Yep, looking to play at Drew University. Again, her sister playing at Moravian College. Inside a minute. Down underneath. Nice move. Can't convert, but to the free throw line will be Olivia Keckler.
Yeah, Zimmerman was trying to get aggressive underneath the basket there, and a heady play there by Keckler to get the rebound, go up and force the foul. Take another look at this one. Zimmerman up with the left hand, no good, and Keckler gets the foul. Draws the foul there, and she'll get 2.
First shot off the mark. When you talk about girls basketball and you talk about size, Timone, 5'10", Cole, 6'2", Keckler, 6'1", Zimmerman, 6'2", McPeak, 6'0", and Staten, 6'0". I mean, you don't usually see that in a basketball team.
So Keckler gets on the board. Her first points of the day come via the charity stripe.
17-4, your score here with inside 40 seconds.
Aggressive defense there, forcing the errant pass was Mallory Elias.
Driving through.
McCabe
pass underneath, inside out they'll go, and try to see if they can get something going here with 20 seconds remaining. The defense for Easton's been all over the ball as they continue to really attack. Driving through, changing hands, can't convert, is Soto. They battle for it. Should be a jump. It is. Possession arrow goes to Easton here with 7 seconds. Was there a foul?
It looks like it'll be a foul.
Foul.
I'm going to call it on Monet Gonda. And possession will go to East.
From the corner, yes! How it started is how it ends. That's Megan Elias as she hammers home the triple. It's 20-4 Easton after 1. Before we go to break, take a look.
And if I'm not mistaken, it was her sister Mallory on the assist there. So the Easton Red Rovers take another 3-point bucket the way they started things and a 16-point lead on the way to the break.
You're watching our D11Sports.com Game of the Week presented by St. Luke's Sports Medicine, 20-4. Back after this.
At St. Luke's Orthopedic Care, you can trust us with your hands, feet, shoulders, hips, and knees. Because healthy bones and joints mean you can do more. You can trust us to recommend the right approach to care, including joint-sparing treatments and therapies. And when surgery is the only choice, we offer options to help you heal faster, including technology-assisted joint replacements and muscle-sparing hip surgery. St. Luke's, the orthopedic care you trust, now more than ever.
We are back here at Phillipsburg High School, so glad you could join us. Al DiCarlo, Mike Raymond, Shannon Bickert, Dave Micah in the house. And it is 20-4 after 1. Mike, your thoughts for the first quarter when you drop in home 5 3-pointers as a team in the first quarter alone?
Can't argue with the way Easton starts. Very hot from behind the arc. See if they can continue to see if we can continue the hot shooting start to this game, but not that way for McKenna Zimmerman as the first shot up no good in the second quarter.
Phillipsburg in transition. That one high off the window doesn't go. Rebound goes in the hands of Zimmerman. Pass down underneath. And a nice extra pass down low by Staten as it goes into the hands of Cole for 2.
So Evelise Cole, only 5 points on the game, but I feel like we've been calling her name out a lot as she's definitely a factor so far. Close to the ball, obviously, when that one went out there.
So a non-league matchup between arch rivals Easton and Phillipsburg. And it's all Easton in this one. Had a chance to talk to a couple of coaches in the East Penn Conference, and they said they're good. And you can see it right now. They have all the makings of a good team. That one does not fall. They battle for it again. Bodies flying everywhere. Back outside, and that one gets tipped away in the turnover.
Yeah, it was trying to throw it through the weeds there in the center of the court, and that's a recipe for a turnover there.
And one for Heasel.
Her fourth point of the game, and when you get to somebody in foul trouble, I believe Anya Staten called for that foul. Let's take another look real quick here. Underneath the basket, close proximity, high percentage shot, up with the right hand, off the glass, and good.
So Heasel will visit the free throw line. She's at 64% on the season. Allison Skirbo in her 5th year. Graduated here as a team captain, MVP in 2009. Went to William Patterson College. All about basketball. Wow.
Everything's
That's
so
going
instinctive.
left there for Cole.
Everything is so instinctive. With even when their passes are bad, they kind of know where the ball is going to be at. It's really a very talented team we're watching here with the Red Rovers. And a great is coming through Heasel and Rappel, as they both have 4 points on the night.
Off the rebound, no. Second effort, make it a third as that one goes out of bounds. And it will be Phillipsburg basketball here with 5:38 on the clock.
Elijah Wiltshire coming in for the State Liners. Getting some more action. We've seen a lot of her so far this evening. But if you're Allison Skirbo, you gotta find some offensive buckets here. And right now, it's all coming by the way of Heasel and Rappel. Let's see if some other players can get some action here.
Well, finding a little seam in a lane. That one too hard off the window by Wiltshire. And Easton's not slow going up the court by any means. They are quick moving each and every time down the floor. Now, they've missed the last 2 times. Given the opportunity, again, if you're Phillipsburg, you need to take advantage of this situation. You were talking about that before. If you can get within 10, 11 before the half, you've done your job.
And we'll see how close they get here with under 5 minutes to go as Wiltshire gets the 3-point bucket up and good. And there you go, Al. Another person getting into the action for Phillipsburg, and they've broken into double digits.
8th three-pointer of the year, 24-11. Easton continues to pound it down low.
That defense really collapsing around Sarah Tamoon.
So 3 straight misses here for the Red Rovers. Making their way down is Galati. Thought about it, actually never hesitated. Was going to take that one was Wiltshire. Off the mark, the rebound, that one doesn't go. They'll battle for it again.
Well, you talk about confidence, Alan. Wiltshire was really coming after it. She had some success the last time down the court, getting that 3-point bucket. If you got some confidence, go with it. And I don't think it's a terrible shot. Obviously didn't work out the way she wanted it, but take some opportunities, especially if you're feeling it.
No, feeling what?
Yes.
Zimmerman's got 2 threes.
Yeah, she's certainly one of the 4 or 5 players for Easton that is feeling it this evening. And even when they go to the bench, I know they're looking to make some substitutions as Coach Bartolacci over there, making the arrangements for the next stoppage of the ball, but they're so deep and very athletic.
Too far under the basket, but the crisp pass across. And the basket is good by Galati. Her first 2.
Kaya Galati there, and listen, stay with it. Stay with it and see what you can get out of each possession. They got to get some defensive stops, but if you keep getting some buckets down on this end of the floor, makes it a little bit easier to stay into this game. But they do need some empty possessions from the Red Rovers.
Staten, well, she hasn't missed. She's got 9.
Yeah, and it looks so effortless with Anya Staten. Really lets it float up there in the air, and it's just really impressive to watch.
Easton down by 16 on a couple of occasions. Good job on defense by the Red Rovers, and even a better job by Hiesel.
Yeah, smart play there. As she was about to fall out of bounds, puts it off the floor, off the foot of the Red Rover defender there.
Mike, you were talking about Shelly Bartolacci. He's been there, a long time with Easton, obviously the head coach. Back in the 90s, had a chance to cover her for, a number of years when she was the head coach. But, you just talked about the defense, or the players on the transition after the basket by Wiltshire, but they bring in 3 players. 2 of them are 6 foot.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, the size doesn't hurt if you're the Red Rovers. They definitely have a decent amount of that, which makes them a matchup nightmare. And we've seen that. EPC play as well. And, obviously this is a non-league game, but it's a matchup nightmare right now.
From up top. Doesn't go. Rebound will go to the State Liners here with 2:17, down by 14.
That was Mallory Elias of the Red Rovers with the shot.
Coach Skirbo was talking to us as they take the 3, that one off the mark by Rappel, about their loss last night, where they ended up losing 73-17 to a very good Rutgers prep team, ranked 3rd in the state, or pretty good. Antonia Bates, who played for Josh Kopp at Notre Dame, is part of that team, and they're just dynamic. But she said we were hoping that we get that away from us and not think about it and just regroup. And I think, as State now has 11 points, it's 31-15.
Well, even when you
take his time out and tell her, listen, there's a long way to come in, and let's take advantage of it here.
Well, even look here on the replay. I mean, Staten's calling for the ball, and even when you think you have her covered, backdoored and wide open, and it's frustrating to watch because there's so many factors that you have to account for the Red Rovers on offense. Anya Staten certainly making her presence felt here this evening.
JFR Salvage is a full-service scrap metal recycling company serving the Lehigh Valley for nearly 50 years. JFR Salvage will pay you cash for all grades of scrap metal, including iron, steel, copper, brass, aluminum, stainless, and junk vehicles. Competitive pricing and superior service are just a few reasons why you choose JFR Salvage for your scrap metal needs. Please visit their website at jfrsalvage.com or one of their locations in Wind Gap or East Stroudsburg. So glad you could join us here on D11sports.com. St. Luke's is the region's largest sports medicine provider, covering more than 200,000 student enrollment and 40,000 student athletes in Pennsylvania and New Jersey, covering 8 counties and providing the most comprehensive and advanced treatment for athletic injuries. St. Luke's offers athletic training, orthopedic care, physical therapy, and concussion management, plus sports performance training for individual athletes and teams. During these extraordinary times, you can trust St. Luke's Sports Medicine to provide extraordinary care. 31-15 your score, $1:43 on the clock.
Amanda Rappel looking to do it all herself, but does get the nice dish underneath to Monet Gonda. She will go to the charity stripe here.
Mike, speaking of fouls, that was only the 5th team foul combined.
Oh, yeah. I mean, well, the game is moving really quickly.
I just said that. Now it's going to change.
Of course. Well, you never know. But down the stretch, this always is an interesting way to trap the ball there on the rim.
As you said, the game is going very quickly, and already the ball gets
the
stopped
basketball gods heard us, and they were like, "No, we need to slow this down a little bit." So we'll see as the nice delay here.
I'm going to send Dave Mike over there.
Yeah, get Dave to do some vertical work over there. He can touch the backboard, can he?
Dave's vertical leap is a half an inch. Okay, let's get that straight. He got tested last week for vertical leap, and it was just over a half an inch.
You're running a combine at your house over there?
I am indeed. Missing on the free throws. Ball loose. The rebound goes to the State Liners right up. That one off the mark. Doesn't go for Gonda. They battle again, and we get a jump ball. Possession hour remains here with the Phillipsburg State Liners.
Wow. Elizabeth McCabe right there for Phillipsburg, and went to the ground, and one of those thuds you can hear around the gym, as both players did not want to give that one up. I believe McKenna Zimmerman in on that one. Intercepted.
That one knocked away by Timone.
And McKenna Zimmerman making her presence felt on the fast break there. It's just interesting watching her, too, because there's so many different aspects of her game. She's got the outside shot. She's got the rebounding ability, the defense, the intensity. Just a special player to watch. Oh, nice flash into the lane there. Galati not able to handle the pass, but it looks like the ball will stay here with Phillipsburg. As they're trying to get creative and getting players into space, Galati had an opportunity there.
49 seconds on the clock. Stepping out of bounds. I keep looking at this gym, and it's just a great facility. It's absolutely fantastic.
Well, I expect more fans to be packing in too, as the boys' game is going to be coming up next here. Game you can watch right here on D11 Sports.
38 seconds on the clock. And Easton has done it from the outside tonight and the interior. They've been right on it. Speaking of the outside, they'll attempt another three. That one doesn't go for Elias. 25 seconds left. And right back to her. And that one gets knocked away. Defensively, that's Keckler with the block.
Well, you gotta give it to Nalaja Wiltshire for Phillipsburg, because she's really trying to exert her dominance here. I mean, she's been very aggressive and has not been shy to put up the ball. She just needs a few to fall for her.
They don't fall there. Final 2 seconds to let one fly. 33-15 is your score. And we'll wait for head coach Dave Lutz as he makes his way towards the locker room. Shannon Bickert has head coach Dave Lutz, and we'll go to him now. Shannon?
What were your thoughts on the first half of the game?
Well, number one, we have to play a lot better defense. I thought they got the ball in the lane too many times. We have to execute a little bit better. We shot well, and that makes up for mistakes, but overall, I think we have to play a lot better.
Thanks, Coach. Back to you all.
All right, Shannon, thanks a lot. First half, Coach Lutz, he sees it, and he knows right now they got to play a lot better, but they're up 33-15 at this point. We'll take a break, come back with more action from Phillipsburg. It's the State Liners down here, 33-15. You're watching our D11Sports.com Game of the Week, presented by St. Luke's Sports Medicine.
St. Luke's knows that trust is the foundation of all relationships. It's earned over time. It's the type of relationship you should have with your healthcare team. While our healthcare needs are different, one thing is constant. St. Luke's is focused on building a lasting relationship with you, earning your trust and putting your well-being first. When it comes to great healthcare, trust is essential. St. Luke's, the care you trust, now more than ever.
St. Luke's Orthopedic Care. Extraordinary care in motion.
At St. Luke's Orthopedic Care, you can trust us with your hands, feet, shoulders, hips, and knees. Because healthy bones and joints mean you can do more. You can trust us to recommend the right approach to care, including joint-sparing treatments and therapies. And when surgery is the only choice, we offer options to help you heal faster, including technology-assisted joint replacements and muscle-sparing hip surgery. St. Luke's, the orthopedic care you trust, now more than ever. St. Luke's knows that trust is the foundation of all relationships. It's earned over time. It's the type of relationship you should have with your healthcare team. While our healthcare needs are different, one thing is constant. St. Luke's is focused on building a lasting relationship with you, earning your trust and putting your well-being first. When it comes to great healthcare, trust is essential. St. Luke's, the care you trust, now more than ever.
St. Luke's Orthopedic Care. Extraordinary care in motion.
Back here at Phillipsburg High School, Al DiCarlo, Mike Raymond. So glad you can join us for our D11Sports.com Game of the Week, presented by St. Luke's Sports Medicine. All Easton right now in the first half. Take you through the scoring. Galati with 2, 4 points for Hiesel, 4 points for Rappel, and 5 points for Wilshire. For Easton, they got a lot of threes. Elias with a 3 for 3 points. Kiera Smith with 3 points. Evelise Cole, 7 points. She has a 3. 1 point for Olivia Keckler. Zimmerman has 2 threes for 8 points. And Staten has a 3 for 11 points. Mike, your thoughts here first half?
Yeah, I mean, they got to stop Anya Staten for Phillipsburg. That's got to be one of the things that Coach Skirbo is going to be talking to her girls about in the locker room this afternoon, and that's one focal point for Easton. And for the State Liners offensively, they got to get some quicker shots off. The Easton's very aggressive defensively, so if they can move that ball a little bit around the perimeter and make Easton chase a little bit, perhaps they can get some opportunities at the basket. And of course, it's tough to come back in a game where you're not getting defensive stops. So you got to get some defensive stops for Phillipsburg and hope Easton, misses a few and you can get some made-up possessions in that manner. So keep yourself motivated, get yourself some confidence. You got to start early, and you can't. I don't know defensively what you do to stop, because there's too many weapons out. There's too many weapons for Easton to factor in. You just got to hope they start getting a little bit cold on the offensive end.
Mike, what is it? Both coaches talked about it. Well, they hit really well in the first game, and then could they do that in the second? They are. And you're not 18-0 for a reason.
Sure.
If you're Peaburg, you really have to come out of the gate real quick and get something going, to start the second half.
We'll start running too. Like, make Easton a little bit tired make them go to the bench. Maybe get Zimmerman out of the game, get Anya Staten out of the game. Start pushing the pace a little bit and getting those Red Rovers a little tired. And the faster you move the ball, the more opportunities you're going to have. Speed this game up a little bit. And I think that might be a strategy there for Coach Skirbo.
We have the boys' game and the recap for the second game. That should be an interesting matchup. Easton on the boys' side only have 1 win the entire year, but if they want their second win, they want it against their arch rivals. It couldn't come any better time for them. So that will be the second half of the double dip tonight on Friday night. Weather pending. I use that word now because this is weather. Okay, if it's in the morning, it's one thing. If it's in the late night, it's another thing. When it's smack dab right in the middle, if that's where it is, that could become a concern. Have a chance to see Northern Lehigh and Palmerton. That game is scheduled to be in Slayton as part of a doubleheader at 5:30 and 6:45. Hopefully that we have that game. And then on Monday, we'll wrap up our regular season with a big one between Allen at Northampton. Northampton had a 9-game winning streak snapped yesterday by Parkland. So some big games still coming your way here on D11sports.com.
Yeah, I mean, we saw Emmaus early on was a surprise team that we were watching. Now Northampton coming on strong, which Coy Stampone, his crew is just very impressive. But yeah, Allen's always tough. That whole Western division there is a really tough division to play in, and it seems like all the talents over there. Allen and Central, I believe, is in that one as well. So
the music's up. Sorry to cut you off, but Dave Mike is dancing, so we're going to go live to Dave. No break dance. Okay, we're just going to go to commercial. When we get back, we'll get ready for the start of the third quarter. You're watching our D11sports.com Game of the Week, presented by St. Luke's Sports Medicine. All Easton right now, 33-15. Back after this.
St. Luke's Orthopedic Care. Extraordinary care in motion.
At St. Luke's Orthopedic Care, you can trust us with your hands, feet, shoulders, hips, and knees. Because healthy bones and joints mean you can do more. You can trust us to recommend the right approach to care, including joint-sparing treatments and therapies. And when surgery is the only choice, we offer options to help you heal faster, including technology-assisted joint replacements and muscle-sparing hip surgery. St. Luke's, the orthopedic care you trust, now more than ever. St. Luke's knows that trust is the foundation of all relationships. It's earned over time. It's the type of relationship you should have with your healthcare team. While our healthcare needs are different, one thing is constant. St. Luke's is focused on building a lasting relationship with you, earning your trust and putting your well-being first. When it comes to great healthcare, trust is essential. St. Luke's, the care you trust, now more than ever.
Back here at Phillipsburg High School, I want to thank Tom Fisher, his staff, for his hospitality once again here at Phillipsburg High School. Al DeCola, Mike Raymond, Shannon Bickert, Dave Micah, Sports Fan Base Network, Sean Kelly, our producer tonight. JFR Salvage, a full-service scrap metal recycling company serving the Lehigh Valley for nearly 50 years. JFR Salvage will pay you cash for all grades of scrap metal, including iron, steel, copper, brass, aluminum, stainless, and junk vehicles. Competitive pricing and superior service are just a few reasons why you choose JFR Salvage for your scrap metal needs. Please visit their website at jfrsalvage.com or one of their locations in Wingate or East Stroudsburg. St. Luke's is the region's largest sports medicine provider, covering more than 200,000 student enrollment and 40,000 student athletes in Pennsylvania and New Jersey, covering 8 counties and providing the most comprehensive and advanced treatment for athletic injuries. St. Luke's offers athletic training, orthopedic care, physical therapy, and concussion management, plus sports performance training for individual athletes and teams. During these extraordinary times, you can trust St. Luke's Sports Medicine to provide extraordinary care. And with that, we get underway here for half number 2. Again, if you're Easton, you want to just build on the lead. If you're Phillipsburg, you want to cut into this lead early on. And here's your opportunity after a miss here by Easton.
And that's what we talked about at the halftime. You got to get some empty possessions for the Red Rovers. Get yourself back in this game as an opportunity from beyond the arc for Amanda Rappel. She's put a lot behind that one.
Yeah, that was way downtown. But, Coach said she'll release some and she'll let her go from almost half court and hit them. But in a game like this, you want to get those shots that have a better percentage to get in. That went too hard.
It was Elijah Wiltshire. I got to point her out because she is one of the bright spots this evening for Phillipsburg. She's definitely rebounding the ball. She has taken some shots offensively that have hit. She's beyond the arc and underneath. So that's one of the bright spots this evening for Phillipsburg.
Just underway here in the second half. We'll have the boys' game to follow.
So much ball movement here for Easton.
Yeah, they're trying to come to the near side, could not. They're letting him play. That was Gondo who took the ball away, but it was a while that you're almost thinking that you're going to get a jump ball. They let it go.
Well, I mean, that's a nice answer defensively for the matchup with Staten, and Gondo was the one that just took it away from Staten underneath the basketball. So again, 2 empty possessions to start the second half for the Red Rovers.
I think that's our 6th jump or 5th jump so far tonight. Still looking for our first points of the second half. Red Rovers are in the building on the boys' side. Ben Childs and his team making their way down that flight of stairs to your left-hand side. Ben Childs, a D11 Sports analyst.
That's right.
On the follow, no. Visit the free throw line.
Yeah, we've talked a lot about some of the seniors on this Easton Red Rovers lineup, but Evilise Cole as a sophomore has really impressed, especially, with 6'2", you have the size, but aggressiveness and high percentage shots. I've really been impressed with what I've seen out of her so far this evening. That's good enough for her 8th point of the evening. 7 points in the first half for the sophomore.
68% free throw shooter, makes both.
So first 2 points of the second half for the Red Rovers. Again, opportunities here for Phillipsburg, so continuing to play aggressive. They have matched the intensity, I believe, out of the gate here in the second.
Wide open look here at a 3, and Banks open. They'll take it anyway. That's Galati with her 16th three-pointer of the year.
And Galati there put a lot behind that one, and it was very great. As Zimmerman up no good off the iron. But yeah, that's what you need to see. Some great shooting here for Phillipsburg, and Galati is getting the state liners off on the right track here in half number 2.
Staten outside. Wow, nice look, and then a nice delivery for Cole as she buries home the triple for 3 more to make it 38-18.
Take another look at the 3-point bucket for Evilise Cole. Left wide open behind the arc there, and the left-hander up and good with the 3-point bucket.
Easton back on the attack. Underneath, Staten can't get the roll.
So Anya Staten with 11 points already this evening. Make it 12.
Solid effort for Staten.
Averaging about 11 a game. So she's hit that right off the gate in the third quarter. 1 of 2 from the line. Phillipsburg going the other way now.
Like almost similar to the first game. Again, didn't see it, but 30-11 at the half. This was 33-15 at the half.
So there's some confidence there as Kai Galati going up with the 3-point bucket here. And now Kiara Smith in trouble. The trap in full effect. And it looks like Coach Skirbo's looking for an out-of-bounds call.
Yeah, but Dave Lutz called a timeout to prevent that. But that's the first time we saw the pressure coming out of nowhere for the State Liners. So, a good thing. Standing-wise, when it comes to the East Penn Conference, for Easton, again, they're undefeated. They're having, themselves a great year. 18-0, 13-0. They're obviously the top seed. 2 interesting matchups against Bethlehem Catholic. Those are only Becca's only 2 losses. Moving forward for them, coming through, they get Nazareth on Friday, then Liberty, and then East Stroudsburg South. So the Nazareth matchup will be an interesting one as well. But you look at Easton, Becca, Nazareth, those are the top 3 in the East alone. Pocono Mountain West having a tremendous year up in the North, and then in the West, Northampton, Central Catholic, and Parkland, trying to get into the playoffs. I believe Parkland clinched a spot in districts yesterday with a win, and then maybe into the EPC tournament, where they still need one. Outside, this has been the look all night long, and not forgetting about it is Zimmerman. Hyler in the open, she's got 11.
Well, Easton really just kind of said, okay, well, if you're going to go and press us in the backcourt, we're going to just beat you with our speed. And, the defense collapsed in on Kiara Smith, and she was able to find McKenna Zimmerman wide open for the 3-point bucket.
That one just taken away by Staten. Easton again. Here's Timone. She'll get it right back. Goes baseline over to Staten. They're smooth. I mean, that doesn't go, but the way they're moving the basketball has been tremendous.
Yeah, the smooth passing, and it seems like they're already anticipating where the ball's going 2 steps ahead of time. So it's a nice chess match that they got going on in Coach Lutz's offense. And I don't know if Phillipsburg is going to go back to that press anytime soon.
Midway point of the third quarter. 42-18, 2 more.
Wow. Yeah, Staten just out-leveraged her defender there on the play and took advantage of the aggressive nature as they were trying to play keep away, and she just went backdoor. And that makes it 14 points on the evening for Anya Staten.
Skyland standings in the Raritan division. Rutgers Prep, who won handily, they're leading the way. They're 8-0 in the conference, 13-1 overall. Ridge is in second, Immaculata in third. Montgomery and Phillipsburg sitting there at 4-7, 5-10 overall, with North Hunterdon down with 2 wins. Right here, though, it's been all Easton in this one. The East Penn Conference tournament getting ready to get underway in about 2 weeks. And you want to play your best, and I think Easton has just not released, that pedal. They continue to move forward.
Let's take another look here on this last possession here. Staten started with the ball, and just look, the leverage beats the defender there, which was Brenna Heasel. Heasel was trying to get aggressive with it, but Staten made her pay, and get her in close to the basket. She's going to hit those high percentage shots. Just impressive to watch for Anya Staten. Really one of the stars and maybe a good indicator of our D11sports.com player of the game as we roll through here. Quarter number 3, 3 minutes and 40 seconds to go. Again, Red Rovers up 44-18.
That shot off the mark.
That was McCabe on the 3-point bucket opportunity. Ball will stay with Easton. Goes out of bounds in transition. Got Megan Elias in the game as she inbounds. Some bench players getting some action. Olivia Keckler back in the game.
So 3:25 left here in the third.
Like a turnover there. Monet Gonda. We've called her name a couple different times. She's got a couple steals this evening.
Go to the baseline. Heasel. A little floater from the baseline. That one won't go for McCabe.
3 state liner defenders there as Evilise Cole got the rebound. Able to break that press. Now they got an opportunity, but a hand in the lane by Kaya Galati.
Good heads-up play by Galati.
So Cole barking out the inbounds play underneath the basket.
Here's Staten, goes down low, a little bit too far, but holding it in play. We'll reset the offense here for the Red Rovers.
Yeah, great job by Keckler to keep that ball inbounds and the balance on the baseline.
Elias gets it.
I believe she is a left-hander, so that's where you don't want her to have a wide open look.
Yeah, Mike, I wasn't sure there at first. She had that hook shot. I'm like, oh, that's a great shot. And then I realized, definitely a left-hander.
Yeah. Red Rover defense collapsing in on McCabe.
Heasel off the mark. The Red Rovers just cruising along here in game number 1 of 2. Our D11sports.com game of the week presented by St. Luke's Sports Medicine. Anytime you can get Easton and Phillipsburg on at any level.
McCabe getting aggressive there on defense. 6-foot senior. He's called her name a few times. And Phillipsburg really trying to beat Easton to the passing lanes. Playing good help defense. I have seen an improvement on defense for Phillipsburg in the second half.
Yeah.
At least they're trying to be a little bit more aggressive, not just sitting back.
You talk about Easton, also their depth, and if you're Phillipsburg, you just get situated and you kind of you do this game. But they have a bunch of games. They have 6 games, 7 games left on the steal, and I'll get the crowd in there. McCabe with her first 2.
Elizabeth McCabe, we've said her name on defensive end, and now 2 points off the steal. She's really not afraid to play defense there. They need more of these empty possessions for the State Liners, down 16. Approaching a minute to go in the third. Jillian Miller coming into the game for Phillipsburg.
Going baseline. Heasel, wide open look here at a 3, and that one's going to be short. We'll try to battle for it again. Actually get it. I was expecting another jump ball. We've had so many. That shot was deflected by Staten, and that leads to an opportunity by Mallory Elias. And Gonda saying, I had all ball there.
I don't know. I think I might agree with Gonda on that one. But it was a great fast break opportunity. Let's take another look and see if Gonda has a case. It's tough to tell from the replay. Credit to the refs here. And we've talked about it in the past couple weeks in the ref shortage. We got 3 here on the court. That's always an accomplishment, especially with the ref shortage nowadays. So Mallory Elias, no good on the first free throw attempt. Second one up and good.
First point of the night comes in the final 40 seconds of the third quarter.
Well, McCabe's really trying to take it all herself here.
Now they'll reset here with 24 seconds. And for Phillipsburg, love to convert here. That one gets tapped out, and whistle comes in. That, I believe, is the first team foul against the Red Rovers. Mike, if I'm not mistaken, that is 5 for both teams now, and it was 5 in the first half, a total of 10 fouls. Again, it's been a lot of jump balls, but really just all Easton's taking advantage of it.
Yeah, I mean, at this point, I mean, we don't want to jinx the speed of the game, but.
And 1 for Gonda. Officials can hear us, by the way.
Yeah. But even still, 6 fouls here in the second, 10 seconds left to go. and it's only been 48 minutes since we tipped. So can't complain about the speed of the game here.
Donda misses. A rebound here for the state line. There's another effort and one. Oh, they'll call a walk. Shuffle the feet.
It seems like we keep calling the name of Elizabeth McCabe. She always seems to be around the ball or getting a ball off a pass.
Allison Skirbo, by the way, talking to the officials. Guys, we're down by a bunch. Really? I can get an N1 there.
Another one. Jaylene Soto gets the call for the hand in there.
I'm not going to mention fouls anymore. I'm done with that. Less than 2 seconds to play.
Anya Staten coming into the game. Quick pass in.
No count if it goes. Does not. Through three. Easton Phillipsburg rivalry 47-22. Red Rovers. Back after this, you're watching our D11sports.com Game of the Week, presented by St. Luke's Sports Medicine.
St. Luke's knows that trust is the foundation of all relationships. It's earned over time. It's the type of relationship you should have with your healthcare team. While our healthcare needs are different, one thing is constant. St. Luke's is focused on building a lasting relationship with you, earning your trust and putting your well-being first. When it comes to great healthcare, trust is essential. St. Luke's, the care you trust, now more than ever.
Three in the books, one to play, 47-22 your score. Mike, your thoughts for three?
Well, I think Phillipsburg probably would like to see some more offensive success. I mean, they're getting shots at the basket, but credit Easton's defense because they're not really good look shots. But, you know, coming out and not giving up here. And then you just got to, if you're Easton, get through here the rest of the fourth quarter and walk out of here and set things up for the boys' game. That would be win number 19 on the year if Easton holds on here.
Three, no. Rebound, yes, for Evelise Cole. She's got 16 to lead the way.
Good job by Evelise Cole. Sophomore. Looks like Monet Gonda gets her fourth point of the evening.
Just underway here in the fourth. We'll get an offensive foul here on the Red Rovers.
I believe that was on Cole.
You know, we're talking to Coach Skirbo and talking about basketball. That's all she does. Loves it, every second of it. And it's great to see when, you know, your coach has that passion, not only when she's at the gym, but every second of the day. That's huge.
Well, and not to discount Coach Lutz's passion, but he's
a
little bit more, you know, reserved on the bench, and Coach Skirbo is, you know, on her knee right in front of the Phillipsburg bench and barking out the orders. I think she's very involved in this game. Gonda gets the rebound there for Phillipsburg.
Down underneath on the pass. That's back-to-back fouls on Cole. She'll now have three. And now put Rappel on the free throw line. Rappel averages 14. She's been held to 5 tonight. A couple changes, including a visit to the bench momentarily, or it could be for the rest of the night for Cole. And you look at the score, up by 24.
Brings the point total to 6 for Amanda Rappel. Going to see that pressure defense again from Phillipsburg. And Gonda gets another steal.
So a minute 30 into the fourth quarter, excuse me. And a timeout here for Easton. If you're a student from any District 11 school, interested in photography, journalism, or broadcasting, check out d11sports.com. Follow your dream, get close to the action, take part in our student internship program. For more information, you can contact your athletic director or reach out to myself or Dave at d11sports.com. JFR Salvage is a full-service scrap metal recycling company serving the Lehigh Valley for nearly 50 years. JFR Salvage will pay you cash for all grades of scrap metal, including iron, steel, copper, brass, aluminum, stainless, and junk vehicles. Competitive pricing and superior service are just a few reasons you choose JFR Salvage for your scrap metal needs. Please visit their website at jfrsalvage.com or one of their locations in Wind Gap or East Stroudsburg.
Seeing some new numbers on the court for Easton. Looks like Corinne Carew checking in for her first action of the evening.
Now 6 to play to stay perfect on the season for the Red Rovers. And 2 more for Staten.
It's going to be tough to pick between Cole and Staten for our player of the game. Both have really made an impact, especially on the scoreboard.
I've been looking at that as well. Heasel from the corner. That's a long 2 for Heasel. She's got 6. Short jumper. That one is good for Carew. That one almost thrown away. 5:10 on the clock. Trying to get around the defense. Here's a wide open look from way outside. That one does not go for Galati. And here comes Easton. They got numbers coming the other way. Timon. Now, Heasel says, if I'm going to foul, why not? She fouls real hard, puts Carew on the free throw line.
Yeah, a little bit of frustration setting in for Heasel. Again, 6 points, looking to play at the next level. You mentioned Drew University. And also, we've been calling the name of Elizabeth McCabe a lot for Phillipsburg. Looks like she may look to play softball at the next level, from what we understand, as Corinne Carew gets her 3rd point of the game. Second shot up, no good for Carew. And there's McCabe again on the defensive end. And if you're Allison Skirbo for Phillipsburg, that's one nice takeaway. I mean, senior leadership by Elizabeth McCabe, really trying to not quit on this game, really trying to stay involved defensively. Only really has 2 points to show for it, but as a senior, this one matters. When you talk about a rivalry game, Easton Phillipsburg, it matters.
Yeah, no question. And you're going to give it your all because it is Easton Petersburg.
Yeah.
Not that it's any other game. It's, you want to keep playing. And I always say your minutes count when you're in there, and they're going to continue to do so. I mean, I'm looking at Heasel right now. Heasel has not stopped the whole night long.
Corinne Carew, that's 5 points from her off the bench in the 4th quarter. So again, we talk about that depth that Easton has. I believe that was Zimmerman on the steal there.
Great effort. And the finish and 1. 2 more for Staten. She's got 18.
Take another look here. Anya Staten gets the pass from Kiara Smith. And it does, like we said, it looks effortless as Staten was able to get that one up.
It's 59-28. Staten now, after that 3-point return. She's got 19 points.
Now, Staten definitely making her presence felt on the offensive end. Not to say she's not doing much on defense, but it's just very impressive how effortless it looks. So they're going deep to the bench here. Megan Elias in there on defense for the Red Rovers, joined by Mallory, her sister. Still got the starters in for Phillipsburg. Same team there. Looks McCabe and Gonda fighting for the rebound. And now it'll stay with Easton. McCabe looking to apply the pressure here on the defensive end. Off her hand, and it'll stay with the Red Rovers.
3:26 on the clock, 59-28 is their score. Again, game 1 of 2 in our D11sports.com Game of the Week presented by St. Luke Sports Medicine. We'll get the boys on right after this. Probably put about 15 minutes as the tip. The Red Rovers have done it on the outside early on. They use the interior. A big reason they're number 50. And, coming off the bench, not making the shot, Carew, but she's been impressive as well.
Absolutely. That's Danielle Taylor-Wilfong coming in for Phillipsburg off the bench. They look to get some of their bench players some opportunities.
Thought about it. Now goes down underneath. Nothing there. 1 on 3, and that one gets knocked away. Over to Zimmerman.
That's Ava Collintrell, the freshman, 5'8", coming in off the bench. And we did talk to Allison Skirbo, and she said some freshmen might get some opportunities. Brought some girls up that need some varsity action, and Ava's one of them. Getting into the game here for the State Liners. Jaylene Soto there on the offensive end, gets it over to McCabe. She tries to drive, kicks it out, and a foul called on Easton. Foul on Corinne Carew. So McCabe will go to the charity stripe.
Well, you're talking about McCabe and the senior leadership. Trying to get some points here. And can't get the roll, but she'll get her own rebound. And goes straight up with it. That one doesn't go. Still battles for it. Third effort. And another opportunity to free throw line.
That's Ava Collintrell on the rebound. And she'll go to the free throw line here after a quick timeout by the Red Rovers.
Yeah, Easton calls a timeout. He wants to make sure that his players, again, we've always talked about this. I've known Dave Lutz a long time. It don't matter what the score is. Yeah. He wants to matter what's going on in the game and who's in there and making sure. You see his hands up, on the defense and where they're at. But, so
it's the little things, right?
Yeah, exactly.
It's the little
again,
things.
When you're winning, you can't say, hey, everything's great, right? These coaches find something. They're going to do it.
Well, that was an easy rebound given up off the free throw line there. You got to get your hands up there, and I think that's what Coach Lutz was trying to mime on the sidelines over there. And we'll see if Easton listens to what he had to say there. So it'll be Collintrell for Phillipsburg. 5'8" freshman with the first shot up, no good. She gets her own rebound and fought for it underneath. And it looks like it's going to stay here with Phillipsburg.
So 2:32 on the clock. And that one knocked away defensively by Megan Elias. Elias goes the length of the floor, and a whistle and a foul. Now 18 fouls apiece. Again, hope you're enjoying our D11sports.com Game of the Week, presented by St. Luke Sports Medicine, hanging out here at Phillipsburg. I want to thank Tom Fisher once again, staff. There's a lot of space in this gym,
Yeah. Well, you see a lot of home jerseys in the crowd, and same thing with some red on the other side. As just over the bridge, these border rivals get together annually, twice annually, on the basketball court.
Well, they tried to do it during that Easton Rotary. This year they did not meet, or they met. Our boys did not. Final 2 minutes. Again, first meeting was 61-29. Mike, we're right in that range, really. It's 60-28. Usually you don't see that, back-to-back games like that. But what you've seen from Easton, even this way, last time 30-11 first half. It was 20-4 the first quarter, 33-15 at the half, 47-22 after 3. Easton won in 2020, 47-40. Phillipsburg won 45-32 in 2019. Easton won 54-40. In 2018, they played twice. Easton won also 51-44. Elias makes her first. She's got 5. Make it 6. .152 on the clock. That one knocked away and picked up by Elias. Here's Mallory Elias. So the Elias twins on the court at the same time. Nice feed underneath. Too hard off the window by Keckler. And taken there by Soto. Soto will reset the offense here at 1:30. Here's some pressure once again by the Red Rovers. .117 on the clock. Spin move nowhere to go. Instead, they kick it outside for 3. That one hits the side of the rim. Will not fall for Jillian Miller. The clock stops with about 1:10 to play. And that'll be the last that we see of McKenna Zimmerman. Easton inbound, they do.
Looks to just run some clock here. Let's see if we get some passing going. It's Corinne Carew only playing in the fourth quarter, but still very much involved in the game.
Elias with 2 more.
So 45 seconds to go. Phillipsburg with the ball. Now intercepted. Again, Megan Elias really making her presence felt here.
No question. Kick up to Carson Hippert. Hippert in the final 33 seconds.
Phillipsburg not just allowing them to dribble out the clock here. They're still staying aggressive defensively. And again, that plays into that rivalry game a little bit too. You're not just going to let them walk out of here.
Final 15 seconds. Again, we'll have the boys game to follow. We'll hear from the player of the game. And we'll see how much time they put on the clock to get us situated for game number 2. That one knocked away. Final 5 seconds on the kick out. This counts if it goes. It does not. And time will wind down. 64-28. Glad I got that score up as they put it up.
And they reset that real fast. This is an efficient operation they got going on over here at Phillipsburg High School. As 64-28, your final. Easton with the victory.
With that, we'll take you through the scoring here. Megan Elias with 8, 3 points for Kiara Smith. Eva Lise Cole with 16, 2 points for Elias. Mallory Elias. Keckler finishes with 1, 11 points for Zimmerman, 5 points for Carew, and 19 for Staten to lead the charge. On the other side for the State Liners, Gonda with 2, McCabe with 2, 5 points for Galati, 6 points for Heasel. Rappel finishes with 6, and Wiltshire finishes with 5. Phillipsburg with the loss falls to 5-11 on the year, and Easton with the win improves to 19-0 on the season. Mike, your thoughts while we wait for a player to game?
Yeah, I mean, a lot to handle for Phillipsburg, and I know Coach Serbo, this one means a lot to her on the Phillipsburg end of things because she played. She played for Phillipsburg, and it means a little bit more. If you ask anybody that's ever been associated with this rivalry game, it means that much more. So we get to see the girls' side of things, and again, a 64-28 win for Coach Dave Lutz and his Red Rovers, and I think it's time to go out to the court.
Yeah, Shannon's got Coach Lutz. Shannon?
I'm here with Coach Lutz. Thought on today's game?
Well, I thought we played really well. You know, you're always worried. Phillipsburg always plays us really tough. I thought the difference is we really shot the ball well from the outside, and when we do that, we're a really tough team. And I was kind of worried after having a pretty tough league game last night, but the girls have bounced back, and I was very pleased.
What are your thoughts on being undefeated for the season?
Of course, I'm happy about it. They've worked very hard, but we say every day in the team room and in practice, we got a long way to go. I'm very appreciative of all the work they've done to get this far, but still playoffs to come, so we got a lot of work to do yet.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
I'm here with D11 player of the game, Evelise Cole, who had 16 points. What are your thoughts on today's game?
It was an awesome game, beating our rivals, Phillipsburg, and it's always awesome to do that.
What does this victory against your rivals mean to you?
It means everything. We beat them in football, and now we could beat them on the court for basketball.
Thank you. Great game.
Thank you.
Back to Al.
All right, Shannon, great job on the sidelines. Doing a great job there. Final score, once again, 64-28. That wraps up game number 1. We'll get the boys' game in about 17 minutes. If you're watching us here live, final score 64-28 for Mike Raymond, for Dave Micah, for Shannon Bickert, for Sean Kelly and the Sports Fan Base Network. I'm Al DeCarlo saying so long. Easton girls stay perfect on the year. They're 19-0 with a victory. 64-28 your final. Have a good night.
D11 Sports presents St. Luke's Sports Medicine Game of the Week.